Okay, this is a video for Math Models, Unit 5, Lesson 7. We're going to be using a web app here that I will put a link to in the video. So make sure you open that first. It's a calculator from mathportal.org that is for calculating variance and standard deviation. Um, I'm just assuming you don't have a TI or a Casio calculator at home because that's what the lesson is having us do. So we're just going to do this calculator instead. So what we're doing is we're taking these same distributions we've been dealing with where we have the outcomes, we have the probability of each outcome. And what we've been doing up to this point is doing this part, multiplying each group and adding them up to find the mean. So now we're going to do something completely different. And I'm not going to get too much into detail about the process, but what you see here is what this calculator is doing for us. So pretty powerful tool, saves us a lot of time and effort. So the first two questions are just picking the correct formula. Just go up to the top and just match the formula with the correct thing. So that's 1 and 2. I'm going to skip those. So I already put my answers in here, but I want to show you how it's done. So Spinner has the following outcomes and probabilities. Find the variance and standard deviation if, and this means the mean is equal to 3. We don't really even need to know that because when we use this system, it's going to calculate the mean for us. But we have our outcomes across the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have our probabilities. They're all 1/5. So we're going to go over to our web app, Probability Distributions Calculator. The link is in the video description. And we're going to put, it says, enter the values for x. And we see x is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, comma 5. And then it says enter the values for px, which is px right here, the probabilities. Now, I want to put in a decimal. I don't want to put in a fraction into the system because I'm not sure it's going to like that. So we're going to go over here and we're just going to, let me clear this out. And we're going to type 1/5. And we're going to use 0.2 as our value. So I'm going to go in and do 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, and 0.2 because they're all 0.2. So I've entered the x's, and I've entered the px's, the probabilities. X is here, probabilities here. Go down to the bottom. We can find the mean, we can find the standard deviation, or we can find the variance. We'll do variance first. You can do show me an explanation, that's fine. Calculate. It's going to load. And here we go. So it explains the standard deviation of the distribution is 2. And the variance is, oh, they haven't done the variance yet, obviously. So we are going to do, oh, that's odd. It didn't do variance. Oh, no, the variance is 2. No, I'm sorry about that. This is incorrect. I don't know why it says that. So let me back up. We're going to do variance, and we're going to go down to the bottom where it says the variance is 2, the final part. I wonder if I skip the explanation, if it will change. Let me do that differently. Yeah. It says the standard deviation is 2, but actually that's the variance, and that's a mistake, and I'm not sure why that is. Let's click standard deviation here and see what happens. Yeah, that's a mistake. So be aware of that. I know I looked at a few different calculators. This was the easiest to use, but it's kind of annoying. Just know that when it's just the sigma, that's what we call this, that's the standard deviation. And the sigma squared, which looks like this, it takes a second to load. Sigma squared is the variance. So we're going to do variance is 2, and that's what we get here. And then the standard deviation is 1.41. So just be aware of that as you go through and do this. So the rest of these are all the same. So we're going to just go in. We'll do a different example here. Let's go down and jump down to like this one. So in this one, we have 1,500. So we're going to go up here, we're going to do 1,500, 500, 0. And then we're going to do 1,000.001, 0.001, 0.001, and 0.998. So see, all I did was take the x's, 1,500, 0, and I did the probabilities. And now I'm going to calculate, we'll do variance first. Take a second here. The variance is, 4,991 over 4. So we're going to have to figure out what that is. So we're going to go 4,991 divided by 4. We're going to come over here and do that here. 4,991 divided by 4, 1,247 and 75. And of course, that's right there, which is awesome. And so then the standard deviation, click this button, calculate, and it's 3532. Hopefully that's there. There it is. So you can see, as long as you're entering your x's and your probabilities separately into the two fields separated by commas, you can calculate variance and standard deviation of each one. So calculator in the description, and that'll be the end of this video.